Hey there. Start back again. I'm kind of excited because I think I have my Esther clear. I just did a test run with a murder bunny friend, and yeah, if everything goes the way that it just did, I think this is going to be pretty sweet. Okay, so here we go. We're taking the legend, Morgana legend. We're taking Esther in there. LBs be damned, we're going to use them, and we're going to use them to maximum efficiency. Um, all right, so we've already done all the challenges, mission challenges. We're going for the master crowns on this one. All right, so I need 3 more unique units to get that one, and we're going to get that one with this team here. I'm going to take my buddy Regis Ed. He's been a solid member of the Murder Bunny army for quite a long time, and he built a badass bunny for me here. You see she's in Brave Shift form. I'll explain that in a minute. All right, so let's talk about the team here. All right, we've got Good Boy, of course, Good Boy Chow. He's on here, of course, to be the magic tank, but also for morale fill. Of course, we have to have Sylvie. Esther doesn't go anywhere without Sylvie anymore. We've got Ling. She's going to be providing the imbues, imperils, and the human killer. Of course, Kaito, who is the best breaker for this particular fight, also brings the 200% fairy killer, which is huge for getting this fight done. Now, morale is a big issue with this fight. They fixed the broken, rod, a couple of weeks back. So the rod only gives the 1500 at the get-go. So we can't use that little trick where we have people like switching back and forth and you get like 4500 morale in one turn. So we got to boost the morale pretty quick. And this is the team, and this is how we're going to get it done. So we'll start with Chow. All right, Chow is basically just built, trying to get as good of resistances as we can get across the board. Ice, light, and dark are the big ones. He's not as well built as some of the other ones that I've done, but that's all right. He is our evade provoke unit on this fight. You notice 2 blizzard orbs. That's to help do counters for morale generation. He will only be countering from the single target physical attacks, though. That's why we need him to be the evade provoke unit to get a little bit of that extra morale generation going on. All right, so this is how we did this. I did build him in his Brave Shift form for damage, but I honestly don't think we're going to need it. I thought, yeah, maybe, we could use his limit burst since she is weak to light. We could use his limit burst and get a little extra there. But I don't think we're gonna actually need it. Just to show you what I did do in his Brave Shift form. It's nothing crazy. I gave him Sylvie's card because Sylvie's card has all these great resistances. And of course Sylvie's card also has the nice morale generation every turn. I wish I had 2 of them. That would be sweet. But my EX3, Sylvie is like 120 shards away from EX3, so not gonna be getting another one of those anytime soon. 200% human and fairy. So yeah, I mean he would have just been doing some chip damage, but his Brave Shift LB does hit pretty hard if you have good morale, and it does come with the 130% imperil. Yeah, I mean it hits a 350x mod. That's not nothing, so it's there. But yeah, he's just going to be tanking the whole time, I think. Don't think I'm going to need that. Here's Sylvie. All right, Sylvie, of course. She's got Genji Shield, so if you start using limit bursts, then it triggers an ability in Morgana's AI called Spectral Cutter, which does a death attack. It's like a 50% chance of death or a physical attack, and it's unprovocable. And so I want Sylvie and Chow to definitely be death resistant. They're the two most important people on the team, just for, like, keeping people alive and whatnot. Sylvie can, raise everyone and put re-raise on them. Chow obviously is tanking all the magic damage. So those two, I want to make sure they're covered. So that's why she's got Genji Shield. She also has Moogle Charms in case Chow goes down from like a couple of magic attacks. She's there to take single target attacks. I also put a little bit of counter gear on her in case she does end up having to take some single target attacks, single target physical attacks, so that she will counter and raise Chow and put re-raise on him, so he'll be ready for the next fight. Otherwise, she's got 115% dark resist, 100% physical evasion, and it's pretty much the exact same build in both forms. Nothing's really changing there. I did leave things to me on there. This is specifically for that great sword imperil of 25%. That's going to be important for the first limit burst that Esther does, because that first limit burst, we're probably not going to have enough morale for Kaito to do his all weapon imperil, and so that'll be useful for that. All right, next one, Esther. Okay, Esther is of course very, very important. So this is the Esther that I'm bringing into the fight. Had a great discussion with my Murder Bunny Army friends about what was going to be the best bunny to bring into this fight, and so here's what I'm using: the Ruler's Crown for the extra flat stats, Magister's Ring for the chain cap up, Devotee's Raiment, that is Vermilion Blade Arden's STMR, comes with 50% human killer and wait, is it human or is it? I'm pretty sure this one has the human on it. Yep. Human killer, and then 50% dark resist. So if you put Diabolos on Esther, that hits the 100%, which is more than we need for this fight. So we're covered there. Guy's belt is a sneaky little STMR. So Guy is that 3-star that got an NVA. And it has Maneater Plus on it. So that's a 75% Maneater on this thing. And it comes with 45 attack, which is not nothing. So it's a pretty awesome little accessory there. And then lots of spirit killers here. True Hero, of course, that's for your TDH. And then her own vision card. All right. That gives her, let's see, what does that end up with? 275 fairy and 300 human. Full LB damage boost, of course. All right, now her Brave Shift, this is important. So we've got that upgraded Empress's Rod here. That's now going to give us, let's check it, High Spirits Plus, which is 1500 morale at the beginning. All right, you can see why my friend unit was Brave Shifted now, I think. They also have this rod in their Brave Shift Esther's form, so we're going to get 3,000 morale right there at the beginning of the battle. Treasured Memorial Ring, that is, yeah, that's just for the 600 morale at the beginning of the battle. Oh, I almost forgot. I need to put, just for that, again, that little extra, never hurts to have that little extra bit of morale. All right, meant to put that on her, because that's another like 50 morale right there at the beginning of the battle. And then Honorable Rod Arts, so she can equip the rod. Chasing a Storm, that's her TMR, which we do need, even though it's going to activate her physical cover. Don't worry, Chow's still going to cover the magic attacks, no problem. We need this because that gives Esther an initial 20 LB crystals at the beginning, and we're going to use those to do 2 Shatter Bolts to just bump up the morale on turn 1. All right, so that is Esther. Ling, you see I've given her some some gear here, like the shimmering blade. Don't worry too much about that. Yeah, like Code of the Samurai for killers and stuff. So you'll see in her Brave Shift form, I've actually built her, you know, for pretty high attack and full-on killers. Like, she is 300% human, 300% fairy. She's ready to go. And I did this because I was just like, all right, if I need to just pull out all the stops and I'm just gonna like go for it and say F it, I'm gonna do it, you know, then yeah, then she's ready to go, right? And so I gave her all this stuff, and then I gave her the lone swordsman card so that she could chain with Esther when needed. And so this does the 2,000 times modifier, which is, you know, it's not nothing. It probably would contribute a decent amount of damage. I don't think we're going to need it, but it's there. And who knows? I mean, maybe I'll try it. We'll see. All right, Kaito is going to be spending his whole time in Brave Shift form. I, you know, buffed him up as much as I could. He's, you know, he's not going to be contributing a majority of the damage, but he could become very useful at the very end. And if things go as they did last time, then I think you'll get my meaning when we get there. So you see I've got Chizuru stuff here. You know, you could be using Chizuru in place of Esther here, but of course Esther is bester, so fight me on that. All right, he's loaded on human and fairy killers as well. Okay, now let's check out our buddies Esther here. All right. Thank you, Ed, for setting this up. This bunny is beautiful, by the way. All right, so also has Empress's Rod. Dancer's Celestite Diadem of Will. That's just for more morale gen at the beginning. Yeah, pretty much the same gear there. Oh, yeah, you'll notice he has Wilk's vision card. And this one is really awesome because that provides, it's very similar to Sylvie's card, and then it provides the morale for, you know, based on how many active units are on the field. So I think it comes out to something like 300 morale every turn, which is really cool. So that's super awesome. Thank you for including that in the bunny build there, Ed. And then otherwise, yeah, I mean, our builds are fairly identical. Yeah, I mean, you can see otherwise pretty much the same. I think the killers are even the same. 275 fairy, 300 human. Yep. So we are basically identical bunnies here. So we're going to do everything we can to... we're going to tear Morgana up here. I'm very excited about this, guys. So let's just go ahead and get in here and let's do this. All right. We are going to tear it up. All right, so the first turn is just all about morale building. All right. Okay. Yeah, so you see we've already got a pretty nice little head start there, thanks to those rods. All right, Chow. Actually, before we do anything, all right, very important. We got to get rid of the imperils before we do anything else. So clean movement, blithe step, disarming. That is just to set up her triple cast, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All right, so that is like the first thing you do before you do anything else, right? Because that's going to get rid of Chow's cover. So you got to do guard dog, focused inspiration, and then we will do let's do true guardian's blessing. Yeah. All right, Sylvie. This is just all we're going full on morale gen here, in this first turn. All right, energizing bunny, double shadow bolt. Energizing bunny, shadow bolt. All right, Kaito. All right, he is going to torrential downpour and deep submersion. And destabilizing, yeah, that'll work. Alright. Okay. I think that's pretty much how we want to set it up. Alright, let's see how much we get at the end of this turn. Alright, 129. That's not bad. Hoping for 130, but yeah. Alright. It's all going to depend a lot on how much Chow counters. He doesn't actually counter that much. You know, even though I've got 2 Blizzard Orbs on him, you know, he's not going to counter like crazy, because I couldn't fit in, like, you know, Cypher's Coat or Looming Wrath, because then I was just missing too much on the elemental resists. And, you know, I was just worried he was going to die on me. Alright? But you'll notice with all the auto morale gen that we've got going on, I think we're still going to be alright. Alright, and here we're just doing morale gen. Alright. We're going to shift Ling. Alright, Blithe Step. Blaze of the Phoenix. And Celestial Dance. Alright, we want to go ahead and set up those Mirage stacks now, so we don't have to worry about them later. Alright? And we'll apply the Human Killer next turn. Alright, so we're not going to worry too much about that. Again, Sylvie is just morale genning her face off here. Alright, morale, morale, morale. Same with Kaito. We're just going to morale, morale, morale. Alright, that's all he's here for. Alright, Esthers are going to go ahead and set up for their first burst. Oh, always do that. Alright, we still have the Undispellable Great Sword in Peril in place. And that will last until... let me just double check. That should last. Yeah. So that'll last for the next burst turn. So that'll be good. Because she's going to dispel the one that we do with her Magnus ability, which is 30%. But, I mean, you know, 5 less percent, it's not going to make that big of a difference here. Alright, morale, morale, morale. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it, get it, get it. I'd love to hit 150 next turn so Kaito can actually use his better breaks. Alright. So this isn't going to do too much. Yeah, it didn't really do a whole lot there. No worries. Alright. Alright, come on, Chow. Give me some good morale gen. Come on. Bringer of wealth. I want to see lots of wealth. Bring the wealth. Ah, man. Yeah. See, he just doesn't do too much. It's because it's all single target attacks, you know, so you know, it's you do what you can, huh? Alright, we're gonna do encouraging fire for a slightly higher fire amp on everybody. Alright, 140. Ah, so close. We're so close on that one. Alright, let me just check it. Double check his cover. Yeah, he's still got 2 turns of cover left. Alright, Sylvie is again gonna just morale, morale, morale. We don't care about anything else right now. Alright, so this burst should do a decent amount of damage, but it probably will not push the threshold. Alright, let's do Human Killer. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's probably not going to push the threshold here. And that's okay. We're not, you know... We don't necessarily want to push threshold on this turn. Alright, so we're just going to morale, morale, morale. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you're good for, Kaito, is morale, Phil. Just kidding. You're doing a lot of other good things here. Alright. Let's see how much this one does. Ooh, that was actually pretty close. Closer than I think I wanted to be, if I'm telling the truth. Alright, there's that. You dare stand against me. That's a attack, or sorry, yeah, it's an attack and defense buff. And I think it's like 100% buff there, so yeah, I mean, it's not a small one, so we're gonna have to get rid of that. Again, Kaito is the man when it comes to that stuff. Alright, so we are just going to Unpredictable Tide to get rid of that. We'll do Crashing Waves, so we go ahead and set up the attack and mags, although, I mean, yeah, not that we really, I guess we don't really need to do Crashing Wave, do we, now that I think about it, because we've got Deadly Stream. If I was smart, I would have done that one first. Yeah, again, small increments like that aren't going to matter with such high passives. Okay, so now we're going to reapply our Fairy Killer. Alright, because we need that. And let's just do, yeah, we'll just do the defense break on this one. Alright, boom. More morale. We don't need to worry about the human killer this time. Okay, and Sylvie is again just going to morale. Alright, Chow. Alright, so I'm going to wait, because we are a little bit close to that to the 50% threshold. And so I'm going to wait, because I might need to have Chow put re-raise on himself. Although, actually, wait a minute. Sylvie procced. He has re-raise on himself. Yeah, because Sylvie, that's right. Because she did that. She did that AoE physical attack that everybody miraged, and so I think she countered off that. Okay. So yeah, there's a potential we might actually push the threshold here. I think that would actually be okay. I think that would be okay. Yeah, I think that would be okay, actually. Okay. You know what? We're going to find out. I didn't push it on the last test run. So if I push it here, it could lead to like a total catastrophe and everybody wipes. If that happens, cool. I think. All right. Oh, sweet. All right. That's actually perfect. That is perfect. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this Guardian's Holy Flame because that does a bigger amp. And I'm going to put that on my Esther because my Esther is slightly stronger. Sorry, Ed. All right. But mine is just slightly stronger there. And then, yeah, more morale fill here. He's still got one turn of cover, so we should be good there. All right. All right. So we've got a pretty decent amount of morale, 179. I think on my last run I was like 180 or 181, but that's all right. No worries. All right, there is a potential that we could end this right here and now. It depends a lot on variance. Yeah, but we're going to see. If we don't, we will finish it on the next turn. I'm almost positive. Okay, got to make sure I'm doing my stuff right here. All right, we're going to do both Deadly Stream and Natural Flux. All right, and then should we just go ahead and just go ahead and again make sure we're reapplying Fairy Killer here. All right, so what that means is Alright, let me just double check, make sure we got our human killer. Because I might actually bring Ling into this. Yeah, we still got our human killer. Alright, and... Alright, she's imperiled to everything. Kaito is like such a broken unit. This is like insane. He is like the most broken unit ever. Alright, so I think Ling's actually going to get to jump into action here. We're going to go ahead and let her chain it up with the Esthers. And yeah, she's gonna be last in the chain just to make sure that you know, we want the Esthers to do, make sure all the Esthers are landing in the chain. Alright, so Sylvie will LB. Alright, Chow is just gonna guard dog. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that just to make sure, and then put some re-raise on himself. Because he's gonna die. Like, we are definitely gonna, at the very least, we're gonna push both thresholds on this. So yeah, prepare yourself. Okay. Boing. All right, you ready for this? Here we go. Oh man, are you kidding me? 3%. Oh god, you're killing me. 3%. Oh, we could have ended it right there. That would have been it. Oh my god. Oh man. Alright, sorry Chow, you had to die. But noble sacrifice for the cause. Alright, so it's pretty much over here. You know, there are a lot of options for what I could do. All I'm gonna do is give Esther, I'm gonna give my Esther her LB fill here. Ling is just going to re-imperil fire and human killer. Oh, wrong one. Human killer. Yeah, and this battle is over. 6 turns. Should have been 5. It should have been 5. Damn the variance. Damn the variance. It should have been 5 turns. But yeah. Anyways, and then I don't want Ed to feel left out. He is going to be providing the Greatsword Imperil on this one. All right. Thank you, Ed. This is huge because this is going to push us over the line right here. All right. Let's get it done. Here we go. Esther's going to kill it. Boom. Massive overkill. All right, and that's how Esther gets the job done. That is my quickest clear by far, which feels good. It feels good to have Esther come in and just slay this, like, you know, like the goddess that she is. Whew, man, that was sweet. All right, so yeah, I mean, obviously it's going to be skewed because my Esther did one more LB than Ed's did, but yeah, no worries. I mean, you can see Esther's are clearly carrying all the load here, you know, but hey, I'm actually kind of impressed. I mean, you look at Ling, and I mean, she did about half as much as Kaito did, you know, with his LB. I mean, it's fairly impressive. So that skill actually, you know, it can come in handy. You know, especially if you're like in Clash of Wills or something and you're trying to reach that damage cap, you know, and you're like, you know, 100 million away or something like that. That skill is going to come in handy. But yeah, whew, man, those Esthers, holy moly, that felt good. Master's Crowns achieved. That's my favorite clear of this one, by far, by far. That was so awesome. Thank you so much to the Murder Bunny Army. You guys have been awesome. It's been so nice getting you guys back together. You know, after the forum shut down, that was, you know, the forum was where the Murder Bunny Army got started. That's where, you know, I always did my casting calls. It really killed me to lose that you know, that aspect of the forum, you know, being able to call on my friends there to put together these awesome bunny builds. And so we've been getting together behind the scenes, you know, and on my private Discord server to do some of these fun little bunny builds. And this was just really great. And this is the culmination of, you know, good friends coming together and doing something awesome. So thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Look forward to more bunny awesomeness. Next episode of Murder Bunny's Revenge will be coming this week, because now that I've cleared this, my schedule is cleared out for the week. I'm not doing DV. I never liked DV Dark Visions in the first place, and apparently it sucks even more this time around, so you don't have to worry about Dark Visions getting in my way. I'm going to be doing the next episode of Murder Bunny's Revenge, and it will be coming out this week. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the other side.